Welcome back to The Takeout. Thanks for staying with us. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem tells CBS News she wants to see more state-run detention centers like Florida's so-called Alligator Alcatraz. DHS is working on launching similar facilities across the country. Noem says the sites under consideration would be placed near airport runways. The aim there, she says, making deportations more efficient. Nicole Sganga spoke with Secretary Noem and joins me now on the family table. Nicole, always great to see you. Thanks for this reporting. You traveled to South America with the DHS Secretary, had a long interview with her on the plane flight. Paint a picture of what she's imagining, and do movements toward efficiency in any way possibly raise questions about due process also being followed in the cases of migrants in these facilities or heading toward deportation?
Major, we had a long and candid conversation about Alligator Alcatraz 2.0. And beyond just efficiency, which we can talk about in a minute, the aim here is also deterrence. I'll give you an example. So Secretary Noem, when she was speaking with the Ecuadorian president, Daniel Noboa, asked how many individuals he believes have self-deported back to Ecuador. And she was told roughly 100,000. She asked the same question in March when she met with the Mexican president, Sheinbaum there. She feels that the best tool this administration has to reach its immigration enforcement goals is to essentially scare people into self-deporting. And that's why we saw not only the secretary, but also the president down at Alligator Alcatraz spotlighting those conditions. Now, there is something to be said about the logistics here. Putting this sort of detention facility next to a runway, next to a jet port makes sense. It speeds up, it expedites that process of deporting people back to their home countries or to a third country. She also likes the fact that she can do a one-year contract here, as opposed to, say, with private prisons, where if you look at Delaney Hall, which is the biggest ICE detention facility up and down the East Coast, that's a 15-year, $1 billion contract. She told me she's not signing any of those anymore. At the end of the day, it's a numbers game, going from 61,000 ICE detention beds to 100,000. The secretary has $45 billion to do it as part of that big, beautiful bill that was signed into law last month. Now, as for whether or not there are concerns about the legality of this, and I know, Major, there have been discussions also about whether the conditions are humane or not. We know that from hearing from detainees, there is concern about unsanitary and inhumane conditions, food with maggots, limited access to water, limited access to religious rights, limited access to legal counsel. Then there's the question of, is a state-run immigration detention facility even legal to begin with? Because, by the way, immigration enforcement is a federal authority, right? So that is the subject of ongoing litigation. The next court hearing is on Wednesday. One other thing to watch, Secretary Noem told me they're already considering facilities in Nebraska, in Louisiana, and in Arizona. Will those facilities take a cue from Florida Governor DeSantis, who used emergency state powers to open this up, or will they avoid the legal traps altogether? Will they sign what's called intergovernmental service agreements, similar to what a county jail would do with ICE, get around that and just sign the dotted line and let ICE take custody of those individuals within these new state-run facilities, Major?
Important details and vital questions still to be pursued, and I know you'll pursue them for us.
Thank you.
Nicole Sganga, thank you very much.